It's the end of another week, which means it's time to round it up with another edition of Totally Fucked Up Friday, where I provide you with incontrovertible evidence the world really is totally fucked up. Start off small time with some really fucked up teenage criminals. One in particular. 3 teenagers were arrested in Chicago after a housebreaking, and the fucked up twist to this is one of them decided he had to kill the goldfish in the room where they were stealing shit because he couldn't leave any witnesses. He said that to his friends at the time, and again to the police. I have no idea if the guy thinks that's a joke, or if he's just a seriously fucked up unit. Actually, for real, if that's your idea of a joke, you are a fucked up unit. But although this was a relatively minor crime, I almost wish this kid would get some serious jail time just to serve him a big dose of wake the fuck up, you idiot. Just imagine him trying, I'm a big man in the big house. Yeah, you say to someone, what did you do? You know, I robbed 15 banks. I murdered people. Huh. I killed some goldfish because I didn't want any witnesses. Ugh. That guy would soon end up literally seriously fucked up. And in another example of what we can jokingly call the freedom of the internet, incidentally, a lot of people said, well, in Egypt apparently they shut down the internet. How do they do that? It's really fucking easy when you control the telcos, the ISPs, or the domain servers. Talk about the US Department of Homeland Security, who has increasingly been going out and acting as an attack dog for commercial purposes. Fuck all to do with security, fuck all to do with terrorism, all about certain people, namely those with lots of money, having more rights than you and me. Yet another example of bogus domain takedowns by the Department of Homeland Security. Recently they've done it on the claim of copyright infringement, which again, how the fuck is that their concern? But this time they've gone with the old standby, child porn. They seized a bunch of domains and said it's for child porn. What they ended up doing in one of the cases was taking out something like 84,000 websites that were under a particular domain because they did not bother to fucking investigate. That's one of the single worst things about extreme powers. Like, to go off on a side note, I'm opposed to the death penalties for 2 reasons. One, it's not like there aren't people who deserve to be fucking put down in the world. I'll go out on a limb and say that. There are people who deserve to fucking be executed. But when it's a state-controlled thing, it happens time and time again. Evidence is on the books again and again. First, it's abused by the state to just execute people they don't like. And second, incompetence comes in. You give government authorities massive power and the massive incompetence of government bureaucracy comes into play, and people who shouldn't be on the receiving end of the punishment do end up on the receiving end of the punishment. And in this case, yeah, 84,000 websites are taken down, and when somebody goes to the website, they got this really official government notice saying, child porn, this site's not here because of child porn. This is the equivalent of law enforcement deciding, okay, someone in this town is selling child porn, so to get them, I'm going to lock up every single retail outlet in the city and put a big fuck off sign on the door saying this has been closed because of trading in child porn. It makes that much sense. It is that fucked up. Oh look, and I have to use the torrent freak link to this story because check out how it looks on the tab of my web browser. It's TFU. And finally, a really serious story from South Dakota in the US, where a law was introduced that would make it justifiable homicide if you killed someone because they were threatening the life of an unborn fetus. Now, this is a ploy that's been used by anti-abortionists in the US, particularly on and on, trying to say, you know, the fetus is a living entity. If a pregnant woman is assaulted and the fetus dies, the person committing the assault's charged with murder for killing the fetus, even if the woman is not killed. Now, this is a very emotional plea, and it's of course a horrible crime if that happens, but this has always been a wedge issue by anti-abortionists, because the more and more they can push for a fetus having a legal status, the more and more they can push for abortion to be completely illegal. Now, this is a really emotional topic, and it's going to make people emotional. People are going to disagree with me. I am 100% on the side of women being able to make choices on reproductive issues. I think the idea of banning abortion is fucking stupid. It just leaves out far too many things. Having said that, I completely understand some absolutely wonderful, rational people can't countenance abortion in their own mind, with their own morality, for any reason. And you're free to think that. Other people are free to disagree. I'm not in the mood for there to be a million fucking comments under this video with people arguing and and no one willing to shut up because everyone wants the last word. Guess what? In this little world, I get the last fucking word. I'm happy for people to leave their point of view that conflicts with mine if they're respectful about it. If you leave a stupid comment, it's actually mostly likely to just be deleted. That's my new resolution. Less and less actually attacking fuckwits, even though it's fun, and just not giving them the light of the day. Choking the fuckheads for oxygen so they die. Anyway, that was a bit of a sidetrack, wasn't it? But anyway, yeah, don't be a prick in comments or I'll treat you like pricks deserve to be treated. So, this is a wedge issue used by anti-abortionists. The more legal status they can give a fetus, the more they think they can push towards making abortion completely illegal. Now, the wording of this law is seriously, seriously fucked, because, of course, it can be interpreted somebody harming an unborn fetus would be an abortion doctor. Like, even if the woman's there wanting an abortion, the law identified people who were very close to the mother, like parent, sibling, a spouse, could all be legally justified in killing someone to protect the fetus, regardless of whether the woman wants an abortion. This is, of course, very open to interpretation to suggest that would make it justifiable homicide to murder a doctor or a nurse or a worker at a clinic where abortions are performed. Now, the lying, shit-sucking toad who proposed this bill has gone, oh, nah, it's not like that, man, because he didn't anticipate the backlash, and he's been really caught by surprise on how people have got him on this. It's like, no, man, abortion's legal. I wouldn't encourage that, apart from the fact of putting in wording that makes it very open for people to suggest, well, he's an abortion doctor, you can't harm a fetus more than an abortion, so therefore I can kill the fucker. And he uses that cop-out line of, oh, you can't blame me for what crazy people do. Look, if you fucking do stuff that gives crazy people justification, don't be surprised if crazy people fucking act on it. Here's an idea. Don't put laws in place that cater to fucking crazy people. And also, he's fucking gutless. He's a liar. It's like those pricks who take guns to political rallies because I got the right to. You're a fucking bully. You're a thug and a bully. This law, look, honestly, hand on my heart, I believe this person doesn't want to kill abortion doctors and he doesn't want abortion doctors killed, but he's being a fucking bully. He's putting this law up to scare people and say, seriously, come in here, you're going to get killed because we've set it up, we've put it in people's mind that it's legally justified to kill you. He's a fucking bully and he's a fucking coward, and anyone who tries to weasel their way around that is a totally fucked up piece of shit. Look, there's one thing for people to disagree with me, and I am all about respectful disagreement, because no one way of looking at things works for everyone. But one thing I won't countenance is when people won't even stand behind what they say, when they do something really obvious and then try and weasel out of it. And that is when politics just becomes mindless thuggery.